good afternoon, and welcome to episode 10 of Redneck Tailgators. I'm here at my house here in beautiful Kingsland, Texas, the land of kings. And this is where we talk everything hunting, fishing, college football, and now, starting today, the NFL. That's by popular request. You know, I haven't really been a big NFL fan for pretty much the last 28 years. I used to be a huge NFL fan. I was an old Oilers fan. Bum Phillips, Earl Campbell, Mike Renfro, Warren Moon, Dan Pastorini, Billy White Shoes Johnson. I think I had a Earl Campbell number 34 Love You Blue jersey. And unfortunately, Bud Adams moved the franchise to Tennessee in 1997. That was 28 years ago. And that's when I got mad, and that's when I quit being an NFL fan. I have fond memories of the Oilers. The most painful memory that I have is happened on January 3rd, 1993, when the Oilers played the Buffalo Bills in the AFC wildcard game. Jim Kelly, their starting quarterback, was hurt. He was out. And a much-traveled quarterback by the name of Frank Reich was the backup, played that day. Warren Moon got him off to a 28-0 start. He threw 4 touchdowns in the first half. And they were actually up 28-3 at halftime. It started the third quarter. Frank Reich throws a pick 6. And the Oilers got up 35-3. And then the wheels fell off. And Buffalo ended up winning that game 41-38 in overtime. I think it's still the biggest comeback in NFL history, and it was a very painful memory for me. But anyway, since that point I quit being an NFL fan. I thought, you know, NFL is a bunch of entitled millionaires running around playing football. Well, now college football is pretty much the same way. You got a bunch of 18-year-old, 22-year-old millionaires running around entitled playing football. So I just figure I'll go ahead and add NFL to the mix. So it's still, as much as I hate to admit it, NFL is still king in our country. College football has kind of gained on them a little bit, but as far as viewership, NFL is the biggest sport in the world. I mean, the Super Bowl basically is a national holiday. It's so over-commercialized, and it's just huge. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I think this is going to be really fun. We're going to starting next week, NFL Axis Picks. And so what we're going to do is for 6 weeks, starting next weekend, there's 6 weeks left in the regular season before the playoffs start. So people who want to participate have a chance to win an Axis doe hunt in Valley Spring, Texas. All you have to do to be eligible is share this video and the future videos with 5 friends or family, people that like hunting and or football and or fishing, college football or NFL. And you get to pick all games, every game that week for 6 weeks. And whoever has the most wins at the end of the 6 weeks will win the trip to beautiful Valley Spring, Texas. And you say, Swab, where is Valley Spring? Valley Spring is 12 miles northwest of Llano, Texas. And you say, Swab, where's Llano, Texas? Llano, Texas is where people go to their family reunion to pick up a date. So that's Llano, Texas. And Valley Spring is about 12 miles northwest of Llano. If we get to the last week and it looks like there may be a tie on that last Monday night football game, we'll have the 2 people that are looking like it's going to be a tie either pick the spread or the total points of the game, and we'll come up with a winner. So I'm real excited about that. It's already booked. The hunt is booked. It's on Saturday, January 31st. That's one weekend before the Super Bowl. It is in about a little less than 300 acre high fence. So we're going to be hunting axis in a big cage, but it won't be that easy. Axis are very, very challenging to hunt. If you don't get an axis that first weekend, the landowner will let you come back until you get one. I'm going to stage a bunch of alfalfa. I'll be in the blind with you, and I'll be filming the whole thing, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. The only other catch besides sharing these future videos with 5 people and picking the most wins is you got to share a little bit of the meat with me. Creme de la creme, Axis venison. So anyway, excited about that. We did hunt this past weekend in Fritzy Doss. I call it Fritzy Doss. It's because it's between Fredericksburg and Doss. It's actually closer to Doss, but my brother was down from Colorado. He comes down annually and we do a hunt together. We try to hunt the rut, which we caught the rut this past weekend. We were specifically only hunting for a big trophy buck. We saw a lot more deer this weekend than we did 2 weekends ago on the opener. The opener had something I didn't mention. It had a full moon and it was up all night. So that really slowed us down on the hunting on opening weekend. We saw a bunch more deer. I actually did see a wall hanger, but he was hot on a doe and he did not give me an opportunity. He was zigzagging and I just never could get a shot at him. We did try a different strategy at our place. I don't know if you guys that are on deer leases encounter this, but we never catch big bucks on our game cameras. They stay away from the feed pens. They skirt the feed pens because they're smart. So what we did, we've been talking about doing this for 2 years, and we finally did it, is we found the most heavily traveled place on the lease with scrapes, rubs, deer trails, etc. And we put a tripod. We covered it with burlap, no feeder, primitive hunting. And my brother sat there and saw 25 deer, more deer than where I sat over the feeders. So anyway, that was really cool and we had a great time. College football, I'm going to do a recap since it is Sunday. On the year, I am 71-29. That's 10 weeks of picking 10 games. From this past weekend, I think the biggest news was the Aggies. That was kind of a Buffalo Bills comeback, reminiscent of the Oilers I just talked about. It was a huge comeback. They were down, I think, 33 at the half. 30-3 at the half and ended up winning that game 31-30. Second biggest news of the weekend was OU beating Alabama in Tuscaloosa. That's one of my losses. I didn't envision that happening. Alabama pretty much not outscored them. OU outscored them, but statistically outgained them in every aspect of the game. But OU made the critical plays, and then OU had they picked up 3 turnovers. So that was the 2 biggest surprises. It wasn't a surprise that the Aggies won. It was a surprise that they came back from 30-3. Clemson on Friday night beat Louisville 20-19. I think that was their 5th win. I think they're 5-5 now, so it's been a tough year. But hey, they beat a ranked team on the road. Navy upset South Florida. South Florida was one of the teams they were talking about sneaking into the playoff. Well, that's done now. They're not going to make the playoff now with that loss. So they lost to Navy at home, 41-38. Notre Dame throttled Pitt, 37-15. Arizona beat a ranked Cincinnati team on the road. That was another one of my losses. USC beat Iowa State on the road. That was 2 ranked opponents. And then Longhorns lost to Georgia. I did not pick this game because I don't pick against my team ever. If you're a true blue fan, you can't pick against your team. But I also am a realist, and I didn't feel like Texas was going to win that game going in. I feel like Georgia was kind of on a heater. I think their quarterback really should be in the Heisman conversation, and he's not getting much play, but he has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the country. And it was close until the third quarter. If Texas, they had 4 drop balls and a bunch of penalties. They had a long kickoff return called back. I still think even if they catch those 4 balls and that kickoff return doesn't get called back, I still think Georgia finds a way to win because I just think they're better than us this year. I just think Texas, some people are saying if they lose one and they beat Arkansas and they beat A&M, that they're going to go to the playoff. I don't think they're the top 12 this year. I think they're a top 25 team. I just think this is kind of I'm not going to say a rebuild because they recruit so well, and I think they have a good culture, and they're going strong. I just think it's kind of a transition. I think next year they're going to be really good because Arch will have one more year, and their offensive line is very young, and they'll be back, and they'll be a lot better. So anyway, that was 35-10 Georgia. It was a little closer than the score. The onside kick was a backbreaker, and then going for it on 4th and 2 in your 36-yard line was a huge pivotal play in that game. Gunsmoke trivia. This is a really interesting trivia question. So James Arness plays Matt Dillon. He has a famous brother who is an actor. And if you can tell me the name of his famous brother, you will win a gallon of Farrell Calhoun Evergreen. This is our cream of the crop, our Rolls Royce, our best interior paint. It compares to the old Kelly Moore Durapoxy, Sherwin-Williams Emerald, PPG Advantage, and Benjamin Moore Aura. If you get the trivia question right, who was James Arness's brother? I'll give you the hint. His last name was not Arness, but they're full-blooded brothers. You can win a gallon of this. And you may have a bathroom that needs a facelift, or 1 gallon. This paint covers so well, you can do a whole bedroom with it, 1 gallon. And you just tell me whatever color you want, Sherwin-Williams, Ben Moore, PPG, Farrell Calhoun, tell me whatever color you want. We'll tint it for you, and you can pick up a free gallon of paint at Farrell Calhoun, making the best paint since 1905. That's all I have for this week. Don't forget to pick your NFL games. You do have to subscribe to do it also, and pick your games for next weekend. Every game in the NFL, including Monday night. And we'll do that for 6 weeks, and the winner gets a free Axis hunt. We'll see you next week.